Yo, what's up, guys? This is your boy FrenzyX here with another locals vlog. But this time, I didn't really record IRL because a bunch of the audio wasn't so good, and I'm gonna be honest, it was not really that good. But anyways, folks, we're just gonna go over with a voiceover, and I'm piloting Whitebeard, the strongest man in the universe. And unfortunately, for the first game, the game gets cut down into half, but we are playing into Katakuri, so it is a Whitebeard favorite, and I win the dice roll, getting second. Yeah, the Whitebeard versus Katakuri matchup is not so fun for Katakuri. I played it myself. I played both sides, and the Whitebeard could just find every card he needs, play down the 4 Marcos, get second, and it's just insane. And off of the easel search, I pick up a 5-drop Marco, and I pass my turn. And it's just really unfortunate for the Katakuri player because Katakuri wants to poke you down, build up a board, and do all that stuff. But here he swings for 9. No point in countering out, just taking it and just going on with the next turn. And yeah, but for sure in the future, gonna try to get more. Swing for 6, play Speed Jill, typical Whitebeard stuff. When Whitebeard gets second, it's really linear. I think the deck is one of the easiest decks in the game, but has so much potential. Katakuri swings for 7. That's an easy 2K counter. And I pitched Otama. He develops a Charlotte Opera. I actually like Charlotte Opera in this matchup. It's a natural 6K. And yeah, it's pretty good. But this Katakuri just like not winning the dice roll here and just going seconds is already at a disadvantage against Whitebeard, who's already has such advantage over everything else. And he pitches 2 2Ks. I played the King Do for the 5-drop. If I had Thatch, I could have done that too. That would have been nutty. I open 1 Dawn, 3 life left. I'm at 6. He swings 6 into Speed Jill. I drop the 5-drop Marco. He plays Charlotte Lin, and I decide to trash life here, but because I don't want to give the Katakuri player any more free life. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I don't give him any freebies, and I just feel like in this matchup, if I could just keep swinging, putting pressure on him, not give life, because he's already at 2 life right now, and he would have gotten 4. So he plays Pedo Spedo. I played double Marco, and that turn's just insane. He knows I'm gonna play 9-drop Whitebeard next turn, and there's nothing much he can do. But like at the start of this video, I said, sadly the footage is gonna cut out, but we're gonna see where it leaves off. Okay, he puts 1 Dawn on Big Mom. He's gonna swing 9 into Speed Jill. Into King Do here. I block and pitch a card to bring back the Marco. I want to see if he's gonna chase the Marco or what's gonna happen. He's gonna chase Marco. I think I just let it die. Don't waste any more cards. Honestly, I should just when I blocked with the King Do for the King Do, I should just not trash a card and just let the Marco die if I wasn't gonna protect it initially. Because he has 8 Dawn left, and it's pretty obvious what he's going to play. It's either Katakuri, or actually he's going to swing for 9K at the Speed Gel. I'm actually, yeah, at the Speed Gel. I just let it die. And he's doing good right now, clearing the board. That's what, especially if I'm going to play 9-drop next turn. And he swings 9K again, looking at his life, and I block, and I pitch another Marco for a Marco. So, the footage is gonna cut out here, but I'm pretty sure I play Ace to clear his board and kill his Opera, and yep, kill his Opera and Big Mom. Then I just play 9-drop Whitebeard next turn. But this is where the footage comes in, and we're gonna be hopping into second game. I take the first game. Super unfortunate that I want to record more of the match, but yeah, I'll make sure that stuff doesn't happen. But let's get right into the second game. Okay, folks, we'll be getting to the second game here. I take round 1, and we're playing another Katakuri. I win the dice roll again, and I go second. Yeah, it doesn't have turn 1 pudding. I play Whitebeard Pirates, find an Ezo. Gonna play the Ezo. See what I find here. And I take the King Do. So I have my turn 3 play. I actually prefer playing King Do in the Katakuri matchup because it's a natural 7, and I don't need to invest any Dawn to swing at him. And he just rushed 3 Dawn to play a Pedo Sparrow. See, Katakuri is just like, this is such a rough matchup. And play for it. Dawn for Speed Jill. Super fun interactive games. I also noticed that the camera angle wasn't the best, or isn't the best right now. The camera actually fell down, which is pretty funny. But I think right now there's nothing much Katakuri could do. Probably plays a Charlotte Opera. He searches with pudding here, and he's gonna take a cracker. I think the best thing for Katakuri is probably swing high and just hope to make sure they get and he checks my own life and puts at the bottom. See, I don't, because you already know that he's gonna get it. And I think just looking at your life as a Katakuri player and understanding that he swings 8 again, and I just take life. And yeah, we go on. I swing 6 to face. He takes, I believe. God damn, these camera angles. We already know we're gonna play. Swing 6 again. We're gonna play on the King Do and hover 1 Dawn open. But folks in the chat, how do you guys fare off against Whitebeard versus Katakuri? I think it's just such Whitebeard favored, especially if you can't clear the Whitebeard's board. Swing 6. I think it's a trigger. Can't really tell from this angle. And it is a trigger, and it is smoothie. Pretty scary, I would say. And I play down the easel looking to search for another 5-drop or a decent card, and I take a Jozu, another good 2k counter here, and I just play the Kingo and pass. Pretty good turn. I like the smoothie. He got lucky with the smoothie trigger. I actually haven't ran into much smoothies. I think it's like something with their life. Take the top life, they get plus 2,000. Probably the best. And yeah, he rests. It's his turn 4 play, so he's gonna be at 7 Dawn, I believe. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Turn 4 or 3, I forget what turn is for the Katakuri player, but he's gonna play Big Mom like I always do. Trash life. I don't want to keep leaving the pressure up for the Big Mom here. And a lot of my local players are surprised that I decided to just trash my life. But I think in this Katakuri matchup, sometimes it's establishing the 2 Marcos and like clearing the board here. Because I feel like it happened last match, and they're going to swing all in thinking I'm going to, once again, just play a 9-drop. But I'm at no life here. And Katakuri has me where I'm at, but also where his 10 bomb isn't the best, because he has 9 Dawn here. His best bet is what? Put 1 Dawn on Katakuri, swing for 7, play Katakuri, bounce back, fucking either Marco, or if he had a Shirahoshi off of life. Yeah, this is looking rough here, but I'm pretty sure I remember he swings 8 here, and my character is at 6. I still have to think. I'm shaking over there, as you can see. And I dropped 2 cards to counter. I think I dropped a Speed Jill and a Jozu. It's a 9k. He got 2 cards out of me here. Now, he could either swing big and do all that stuff, or he can develop another Katakuri and just send back one of my Marcos. But it looks like maybe not even playing a 7 bomb here wouldn't be so hot. I can't tell how much life the Katakuri has, but he swings again for 7. That's an easy 2k counter. Have to think about what I want to do. And drop another 2k. See, he swings again for 6, not using smoothie ability. And I drop a 1k, or I block with Marco, pitch one of the cards. Yeah, Whitebeard is just a really fun deck. Pretty easy, I would say, as it looks like he's gonna put 2 Dawn on Cracker here. That's another easy. I think he swings into the Marco here, and he plays a Broly having 1 Dawn open. I can't tell, 1 or 2, but it's pretty obvious what Whitebeard is gonna do on turn 5. But this is where I decide to do something else, and I play Ace. Now, I decided to play Ace here because there's no point of just playing Whitebeard, and I just think having to clear his board is 10 times more impactful. And I don't even have a life to protect with the Whitebeard. So it's also a fault that my locals players, they didn't play around the Ace. I think, well, you also expect them just to play the 9 cost Whitebeard here. But not expecting the ace, so I guess, and it just clears board. If this happened also in my one of my matches in the PPG tournament where they expected me to play Whitebeard, but I just instead just play down ace, clearing their board. Now it's rough for Katakuri because he has to deal with two Marcos, two blocker Marcos, an entire board, and what's stopping me from playing 9-cost Whitebeard next turn? You know what I mean? So this is pretty rough for the Katakuri player as he just lost his entire board, and I think there's nothing much he can do to come back. Maybe not even 10 momming here doesn't even do much, I believe, because I can't tell how much life he has. But I all I remember is that I kept swinging into him. And folks, like, what's your guys' experience with the Katakuri versus Whitebeard matchup? It's Whitebeard heavily favored, but if you're he picks up a pudding with a pudding, which you can't do, and he takes the 10 mom here, not playing it this turn. But if I was the Katakuri, this hope to develop another board and survive next turn. That'll be his best bet. But he swings 7 to ace, so I drop a 1k counter. And yeah. It's looking rough here for the Katakuri. I just feel bad. But if you don't know, I will be bringing Whitebeard to regionals, and I'm looking forward to all that too. Especially I think I have regionals Treasure Cup and regionals every Saturday of August. So I'm gonna be putting in a lot of work, hopefully to top and all that stuff. And he has 4 open on and plays 2 Brulees. So he swings 6, swings 7. Yeah, this Whitebeard is so oppressive in this matchup. He blocks again and swings 7, blocks again. Then this play down. Yep, 9-cost Whitebeard. And just from here on out, it's just too rough. 2 Marco blockers, 8k leader, 1 non-open, has an ace and a king on the board, and a nuke 8. And I believe he has at least 2 life right now. It's just looking pretty rough, I believe. And using Kaku Sovereignty. At least he uses that there. Yeah, I don't know what I think the Katakuri player, I think most of my Katakuri players here at the locals just got caught off guard with me playing ace instead of playing Whitebeard. And it's understandable. A Whitebeard always wants to play a Whitebeard on curve, but I just feel like if they don't play around the ace and they just leave it unpunished, I feel like I just have to punish that. And this is that's what made me win 2 of these matches, or most of my Katakuri matches, as they don't usually play around the ace. And also Whitebeard is such a hugely favor. And it'll probably be completely different if Katakuri was going second. I won basically every dice roll and step to the finals. And you guys will see that match there, but it did kind of get cut out because it was 20 minutes. The entire match took till overtime. Really, a lot of thinking from my opponent. Respect to him for that. And the Katakuri player is just thinking what to do. Does he want a 10 bomb? Because honestly, it's looking hopeless right here. I don't know. I don't know how much life he has, but I'm gonna have basically 6 swingers next turn, a Whitebeard, and Marcos. And unless he triggers Thunderbolt or uses Thunderbolt here. Well, even if he does Thunderbolt here to kill Marco, it's not even worth it because I have a second Marco. And he does Thunderbolt. He does Thunderbolt here to kill one of my Marcos. And I decide just to keep it dead. And what else can he do from here? Just really nothing much he can do. Thunderbolt. And just going second and developing those double Marcos is super good for Whitebeard. And really, the only way I could see the Katakuri really winning this matchup is if the Whitebeard really fucks up, or the Whitebeard player is really new and we shake on it, and I take round 2, heading into round 3, 2-0. Okay, folks, we'll be getting into our 3rd game. Here it is Whitebeard versus Black Yellow Mom. Now, I believe this matchup is way better or slightly better for the yellow side of things, as they could just play the unkillable blockers like Fukuro and Borsellino. But same thing, Whitebeard plays Supreme, as yellow has no way to swing into it unless they want to not develop characters in the early game. Now, the game plan for the black yellow Mon player here should be just trying to survive or counter out all the 2k hits or all the 6k hits with 2k counters. But he plays a Sanji here, not the most ideal, as you want to have as much 2ks, but he drops one right there, and I just played the speed gel. Now, I think playing Sanji, if you're a yellow player, in this matchup is the worst against Whitebeard, but we don't know how much, if he had any cards to actually play on that turn, or if he wanted to do anything. And he swings for 6 here, which is not the best optimal. He does the Sanji thing, and I just drop a 1k. And he either could leave up for an event or puts 2 on Big Mom, and that's just another 2k counter. God. I'm not developing the board much. Swinging at 6 at Big Mom, drops another 2k. Swing 6, so 2 2ks are gone. Then I played a 5-drop Marco, blew up the Izo, not the Izo, the Sanji, and a search with Izo to get the 9-drop Whitebeard. Right here is just looking super unfortunate for the black yellow Mom, as the entire game plan for the player right now is just to survive, play blocker, and this 10 Mom after over and over again. But I'm guessing this player didn't have the right characters in his hand. And he swings 8k here into Speed Gel, and there's no point in countering out. I don't want to waste 2 cards for Speed Gel. And he plays the Daifuku. This card is underrated. You could generate 2 cards with Daifuku itself, but it also takes off a lot of good triggers you could have in life. And I swing 6 here. He drops. He takes life. I swing 7 here. Oh, I don't swing 6. I swing 7. He takes. From the Marco, I put 2 more Dawn on Whitebeard. He swinging for 8. He takes. He drops actually 3 cards, which is worth it for me, and I just rest forward to play the 4-drop blocker Marco. Now we get to see the Daifuku go in action. He has 2 life here. I wish that Daifuku's actually pretty good in Katakuri, if I think about it. Like, if you have a brick in your life and you just want to replace it, it's pretty good. But I just don't see anyway how black yellow Mom could check her life unless he wants to play the 2k pudding. But yeah, it's looking pretty rough here. Looks like he's gonna swing 7 with Daifuku into the Marco. Now, I believe that's not the best idea, but it does make me use the 2k. Then he swings 8 here, and I just guard point, and leaves him up with 4 open Dawn. Now, initially I thought he was going to play Borsellino, but this indicates that he has at least 2 counters in life, and I just played on the 9-cost Whitebeard. He had Kaku Sovereignties, and I just pass. Whitebeard players, a tip. I know I just play Easel now. Tip: do not swing with your characters on the same play that you play your Whitebeard, because this right here, it totally negates Newgate going on the field. You want them to swing into your 7k body. You want them to use more Dawn to swing at you, not your characters, which I totally learned from the PPG tournament and looking back at the games, and a bunch of games I lost because I swing with characters when I really never needed to, as it gave an out for the opposite for my opponent. But going back on it again, yeah, that's what made me lose a lot. The best thing the black yellow Mom player can do here is develop a ton of blockers, potentially 2 Borsellinos, maybe Fukuros, Borsellino and Fukuro, but he does play the 4-drop Kuzan, looking to get a good card. And I remembered he didn't have much good cards in hand, and he swings for 9, does Daifuku ability, and that's the easy 2k, and he just wants to keep 2 Dawn open, so it's highly unfortunate. Swing 10 to lead. He's gonna take, no trigger. And I swing 10 again, hoping to use that Ikaku Sovereignty Yep, he uses Ikaku Sovereignty here with a Pudding Searcher. I swing 10 again. And he takes, but he's looking to use the trigger or not. And I believe it's a impact wave. I don't want to use a card. And I just take life and go, having 2 Dawn open. Now, right here, you can play defensive by setting up a blocker, doing Big Mom, Black Yellow Mom's ability, and all that stuff. But I feel like you have to go for game here. Wait, actually, it's pretty rough here. Depending on how much cards the Whitebeard player has, I think just having to develop a blocker and doing Black Yellow Mom's ability and potentially just try to swing into the Marco. Well, you could swing into Newgate too, but just having those 2 Dawn there is just, you don't see lethal at all. And the major problem that the Black Yellow Mom had this match was that he really never had a board to play with at the beginning. There's no build, no board. I think 3 turns was just wasted trying to swing and really never developed anything. And maybe his hand wasn't the greatest. Maybe he had a bunch of like heavy costs, but the way I see Black Yellow Mom's way to win the game is just to set up blockers and 10 bomb, 10 bomb, 10 bomb. He trashes the Kuzan here, so that's potentially a brick. He swings 6 here. I don't know what he's going to -4 to. I just take. I did the math. He can't kill me at all, no matter what I do. 6, then he does Daifuku ability, takes that, plays 4 cost Borsellino, and he goes for here. Now, this is super rough. He has, I don't know which cards he has in his hand, but depending on how much cards he has in hand, this could get really sketchy. So right here, I swing for 9k. He has 4 cards in hand. He has to use either 3 cards to counter, or he just takes life and hopes to bluff. He takes life here, and he impact waves one of my Izos. And I swing 9k once again. He has to block here. Now this gives me a good indication that he doesn't have it. I put 2 Makino on Izo, swing for 7. He has to use 3 cards. He has 4 cards in hand, and I swing for 11, causing us to take the 3rd game. Super unfortunate for the Black Yellow Mom player, but we'll be playing in the finals against a Zoro, one of my good buddies Turtle from my pre-release vlog. And yeah, that's gonna be a banger, as we're gonna be getting right into it right now. And folks, we'll be getting to our final game here. It is Whitebeard versus Zoro, the strongest man in the world versus the future strongest swordsman in the show. I play Whitebeard Pirates, and I do search off Newgate. Folks, this game did get cut short due to my time. Super unfortunate. And he plays Dadan searching Izo and taking the Izo. Now, I did lose dice roll for the first time, and I go first, swing 7 to lead, play down Izo, pick up Whitebeard Pirates again. I think I should have grabbed something else. Maybe looking to grab another Newgate. I grab another Newgate, having 2 Newgates in my hand. Now this indicates to my opponent that he needs to swing at me, or else I'm going to be annoying later in the game. But let's see if Zoro can develop a board. Here, if Zoro is running it, playing Teach here would be the best ideal situation, as Teach is a real pain in the ass for Whitebeard players, as that's just AK swing. I decided to show the camera what my hand was, and it looks like I had 4 Whitebeards. Yeah, looking kind of rough if the Zoro player can't chase me down, and I take another hit. One thing I do remember in this game is that I don't have much 2Ks. I only have a bunch of Whitebeards. I think I just got an ace off of life. Uses a 4K. I play 4 down to play Speed Gel, then I take the next life, leaving 1 Dawn open. I would have loved to see a Marco. Oh my gosh, I'm showing the hand again. Pretty insane. If I could just survive, just play Newgate, that is a super impressive. I think not much decks could survive, depending on how much life they have. And yeah, puts one here again. He swings 6k to lead. I drop my king due for 7. And he's debating to either play rush. I think he plays rush. He should play rush over heroes here. Swing for 6. And again, Zoro swing for 6. That's why I want to start playing Zoro. That deck is so good and like it's so rewarding. It also has such a great matchup into Whitebeard. And yeah. Okay, doing some math, thinking what to do. He either could develop board here or swing again. So when he leaves 3 Dawn open, I have to take account that he's gonna play Zoro, but he plays an Izo and searches, takes up the 5-drop Marco. Maybe wanting to develop that Gordon here to set up the 5-drop Marco to blow up one of my 6,000 characters. But all goes here. He's going to put 2 Dawns. That's easy AK counter, and he develops the buggy actually. I would love to. No, he didn't pick up Gordon. I forgot he did. My opponent didn't pick up Gordon. He picked up the Izo. I go on to 7 Dawn. I swing 3k into Curly the Dawn. He drops the Marco that he searched, and I swing 6k into it, and I swing 7k to lead. Keeping 1 Dawn open with 4 Dawn, pretty can tell. Then we play the 4-drop Marco, having 1 Dawn. Now, I think I'm super far ahead. Right now, I have a Speed Jill, 4-cost Marco compared to his buggy and Izo. One thing I need to worry about is Magura's. Zoro players, if you're not running that, you need to run that in your deck. That card's the best. Especially against Whitebeard, super aggressive, and yeah, I think, I want to play Zoro so bad. I see so much potential with this deck, and like, I don't know about you guys, what people are watching this, but when I play Whitebeard, I have so much anxiety, and I feel like I could die any turn, even though in reality I can't really die much. Then he swings again for a 6. I drop a 1k. Just killing cards in my hand. He knows I have 2 Whitebeards in hand, and out of the amount of cards that I searched, so he knows where 2 cards. But I actually had 4 Whitebeards. I think that was the most I've ever seen, and I think the game doesn't get it, but I'm pretty sure I triple Nugate him, and it's just super annoying. And this, like, there's no way you can really win if he just triple Nugates. And he swings 2k into the Izo. I decide to just wanting to keep it up, and I just use a block it with the Marco, and he does play the Zoro and swings for 6. Swing 2k into Izo again, 6 into the Zoro. He has to either drop a 2k or 2 cards to keep it alive. I think this is more beneficial for him, because he knows I'm gonna play Newgate this turn. So does he want us counter out a easy 2k swing, or does he want to keep the buggy protected? Because if he's gonna protect the Zoro here with 2k, he needs to. Yep, he uses 2 1ks protecting, and I just swing into him with 8. I think not worth it. My friend was also tired. That's what he told me. We've been pretty long day, a lot of One Piece, having to think a lot too. And the Newgate comes out, and I just think that this wasn't worth it to drop 2 cards to just protect a Zoro when the 8k swing was coming in. Unless he wanted to protect the buggy, but he does play his own Newgate here. Give it to his leader, and he could either decide if he wants to swing again, put a dot under Zoro and swing for 8, or just pass turn. And looks like he's debating right now. He's gonna swing 3 into Izo. Yeah, not me. Not gonna risk it. He can swing in the speed. You know what's funny? I said I kind of needed to swing 6k into it, because that if I didn't, yeah, he's gonna swing 7 to speed gel. I just blocked past the ace, and he pretends to swing with stuff. Whitebeard gonna be doing Whitebeard things soon, and he's looking to do a double Newgate. He takes life here. Play Newgate, swing 8 to lead. He's probably gonna have to drop the Radical Beam here. Looking at it, and I'm gonna make sure I don't do the same mistake where I swing with Speed Drill, protecting and forcing him to fight me and swing into leader. And yeah, I'm having to think either he wants to Radical Beam here, or thinking I might swing with 6, but him indicating earlier when he didn't protect the Zoro with any of the 2Ks told me that he had no really much cards. But highly unfortunate that we can't get to the end of the game, but I do play another Newgate back to back. And this clear him. Here's board. He plays Marco, 4-drop Marco. We have 1 life, and I just Otama Newgated, swing for 12 and 12. But sadly, the footage cuts out here. And overall, a really successful tournament for me. A lot of yellows, as that's one of Whitebeard's easiest matchups. And yeah, learned a lot. Nothing much to say, but we're gonna get into some pack openings and all that stuff. But yeah, folks, we take the locals. We went 4-0. Yeah, the game at the end cut out because I ran out of storage on my phone, but we finally took a game. It's freaking hot in here. Hope, how's your game tonight?
I wasn't able to blow.
Well, yeah, we took our game against our friend Turtle. In pre-release, we played in the finals again, and I take him here. This is one of the most easiest leaders, folks. Easy. Learned a lot from my case tournament. And yeah, honestly, that was just really fun. I don't know what I'm going to play next week, but for sure, we're going to get into pack openings and do all that stuff. And yeah, but Whitebeard broken deck. And yeah. And folks, we pulled the Rob Lucci and the Nami. What's funny? Then I spent 5 minutes trying to spin a wheel to play who to play it, and he kept getting Rob Lucci, but we got it.
I get a show, bro. Yes, sir. I keep doing it. I know I owe you that. Bro. Just respect.